Good morning, guys. My name is Jason. I'm the founder of Distress Loan Advisors. If you want to book time with me, there is a link below in the notes, or alternatively, just go to jasontees.com. All right, I got an article that came out last night that I wanted to update you on regarding EIDL loans and the new administration and what's going on with that. So just as a recap, just to hear about all of these unbelievable numbers. So there were 4.1 million EIDL related loans for a total of 397 billion. And the Inspector General thought that there was like 200 billion in fraud. So like they're thinking like half, which is cuckoo bananas. And so basically the news is that the new Trump administration has basically indicated they're going to press forward with collections, and they actually introduced a new bill. I tried to go and see the bill, and it wasn't up yet, so I'll keep checking. So once we get the language on that, I'm sure it'll be all over the place. But basically, this is kind of what I thought and what I've been saying when people are asking, which is, and again, I'm not trying to be political, but basically the Republicans are generally, looking for to save as much money as possible, and Democrats, like with student loan forgiveness, are more interested in trying to maybe do some sort of forgiveness or offer a compromise or offer some sort of help. So basically, what happened was the new SBA head, Kelly Loeffler, basically said that they're gonna, in a recent hearing, they're going to, and here, this is the quote, she had a quote, they're going to have a zero tolerance policy towards waste, and she would be continuing COVID collections to ensure the greatest return to the taxpayer, although she didn't specify specifically what they're doing, basically saying, hey, we're going to keep collecting. There was a Democrat who basically, Ed Markey from Massachusetts, and again, we need to read the language because I'm not going to take anyone's word for it. But basically, in his view, he said this bill, quote, unleashes debt collectors on struggling small businesses, including those making good faith attempts at repayment. I guess what other people are saying is this is really targeted at the fraudsters. But we're going to have to see the details to see how much fallout there is for the rest of you guys. So, the article does mention, business owners have asked the administration to consider some sort of forgiveness. But right now, according to this article, there are no efforts to do that. And he said, experts previously said such forgiveness is unlikely given the amount of cost that there would be to the government, but stressed they could institute offering compromise or other negotiated settlements. By the way, that expert was me. I talked to this reporter a couple of times. And I'm going to try to get a link to this article. It's paywalled, but if I get it, I'll put it up probably on my blog, and I'll put a link in the notes once I have it. So basically, this is not great news based on what they're signaling here. It doesn't appear that there's really any consideration being given to anything, beyond the hardship accommodation program that they're already doing. So anybody who was thinking that, this administration was going to come in and either forgive these or implement offering compromise, at least based on what they've said publicly, it doesn't appear that's going to be a case. They are introducing a bill to strengthen their collection processes, and we're going to have to see what those details are because, they're saying that, well, this is just targeting fraudsters, but we're going to have to see how much spillover that results in to people like you. And what I mean by that is, they may say they're targeting fraudsters, but what happens when somebody shows up at your door and demands to see how you spent the money and you don't have perfect receipts and, that kind of thing. So we're just going to have to wait and see. What we do know for now is what they've said publicly, and there is nothing about forgiveness, nothing about doing anything with the hardship accommodations. So that's it. Thanks for checking in. As soon as I have more information about that bill and the specifics of the bill, I will get back and do a blog post and do another YouTube. Thanks for checking in. I'll see you next time.